What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to WWE 2K20, my career. Do ya boy a favor and hit an Alabama slammer on that like button, because this game still needs some hardcore patching, if you will. Anyhow, Chapter 9. Maybe it won't crash today. Fingers crossed. Okay, I made it backstage. So far, so good. Let's talk to Carmella.
Hey, I heard you're in the Fatal 4-Way Last Chance match. So that means you only need to beat 3 women tonight, then 5 other women who didn't need 2 tries to qualify for the Money in the Bank match to then get a chance to face me for my title. I'm not much of a gambler, but I really like those odds.
Don't worry, I'll get there. It's a video game.
How about we forget those 8 other women that I smash you in the face and take your title right now? Because I really like those odds.
I know you're used to handouts everywhere else you've been, but last time I checked, they don't call me Mela as Charity. So good luck, long shots.
And then, the GM, the legend killer, the Viper.
Hey, Vipes! Heard you wanted to talk?
Don't call him Vipes.
Look, I get you're trying to do what's best for your career, but I'm not your biggest fan right now. So don't walk in here like some jackass calling me Vipes or any other stupid name you come up with.
At least Randy's mouth moves, unlike Carmella.
I'm feeling a negative vibe here, but maybe we should try to work together since this jackass is your Universal Champion.
Yep.
Not for long. You got lucky tonight with Samoa Joe helping you, but that will not happen again next week when Joe is banned from the building.
I mean, you could also have a cage match, Hell in a Cell, you know, there are options.
Solid move, Mr. Raw General Manager Randy Orton. Is that better?
Don't test me.
Getting RKO.
So next week, am I facing Brock Lesnar again?
No, he had his shot. You're going up against someone I can guarantee will take your title and send you packing back to NXT.
Wait, who's gonna be a bigger threat than Brock or Joe? Who on that pantheon is higher than Brock freaking Lesnar?
Kurt Hawkins?
Not Kurt Hawkins. Face the facts!
Yeah, that's it.
Really?
No. You'll be facing the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
I should have guessed that one too. That's on me. I mean, it's not my fault that Braun is in way less of a spot than he was in last year when he was super hot. Like, he's kind of just another guy now who loses to boxers. So, Braun has turned into the new Big Show. I had not even considered him a threat, to be honest.
Hey, I meant it when I said I would make up for Samoa Joe costing you your Money in the Bank qualifying shot last week. So, how can I help in the last chance match tonight?
I appreciate the offer, but I think I want to handle this one on my own. Besides, haven't you caused enough trouble around here already?
Maybe.
Don't you want to guarantee a spot in the Money in the Bank match? It could lead to you holding a title, which I know you're dying to do, so you can shut me up about winning one before you.
She was NXT Women's Champion. You know what? I'm an idiot, so I'm going to tell myself to no. Stay away, please. I'll do it myself.
If I can't win on my own tonight, then I don't deserve to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
All right. Good luck. If you change your mind, I'll be in catering. Gotta take advantage of it while I can.
So yes, the patch did fix a few things. I now have my own t-shirt on my own character. Unfortunately, the face import still seems pretty massively broken. Because, of course it is, because why wouldn't it be? The game obviously still crashed on me twice yesterday trying to edit text on a t-shirt, and yeah. There are still plenty of issues with this game. Will they fix those issues before they cut and run on this game in, like, January? That's the question. Time's ticking. The clock is ticking on that stuff. And if you look at previous years, if you haven't played this game series before, in previous years, they only ever patched the game when they had more DLC to sell you. However, I would imagine part of that was because Yuke's was in Japan and 2K's in the US, and having it that back and forth is an issue. But Yuke's is gone now, right? So, theoretically, there is nothing stopping 2K and Visual Concepts from more aggressively patching this game and not making us wait for like a month and a half till the next DLC when things are still massively broken. Will they do that? I'm not saying I have any faith in that happening, but in theory, they could do that. Anyway, welcome to a fine Saturday here on the program. There is still some work to be done in this game on this show. 5 p.m. We're still doing it. It's Bayley. Super outdated Bayley. That's not their fault. This is not 2K's fault that Bayley is super outdated. She made that change right before the game came out. That's on her, not on them. But hey, one more time for the Bayley buddies that look even worse this year. I think they got sped up, but they always look terrible, so that's not surprising that they still look terrible in this game. Anyhow, as of this morning, finally, it seems like your 185 to 200 whatever employees from WWE are on a plane flying out of Saudi. And the airline even made a statement on the mechanical issues. But you're still talking that they were in Saudi, right? The fact that it took them so long to make a statement on the WWE side about these mechanical issues, the fact that all the talent was posting some very ominous tweets and then deleting those very ominous tweets, to me, says there was something more going on there. There was something more going on with that whole situation, but it's all going to get swept under the rug, and we're never going to hear about what actually happened with that whole situation, and that's kind of, don't want to cause an international incident, I suppose. But yeah, they certainly could have easily paid off the airline to make a statement about mechanical issues. Come on now. They have that oil money. They can do what they want, which I guess is the whole problem in the first place. But as long as everyone gets home safe, that should be great. You have to wonder in 6 months when the next one pops up, the next crown jewel pops up, what's going to happen? All the talent who was very mad about this one, regardless of their very large paychecks for working this blood money show. But that completely and totally affected how SmackDown operated last night, and good God, that was an NXT heavy SmackDown. So they are extraordinarily lucky that at Crown Jewel, when they announced for Survivor Series that they were going to have Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT at Survivor Series. So that enabled you to last minute fly NXT talent from Florida up to Buffalo, and they apparently landed at like 5 minutes before bell time, which is insane, and got them in the building with a police escort, apparently. And yeah, that was a very NXT heavy show, because what other option did you really have besides, hey, Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, Iron Man match? Could have happened, didn't happen. Put your hair up and square up. So, the big thing on SmackDown, though, you opened with Brock Lesnar. So for as much crap as everyone gives Brock Lesnar for never being around, never showing up, he got out of Saudi first thing and was the first thing on SmackDown. He didn't go home. He came to SmackDown. He showed up to help this show and to have Paul Heyman stall for time for that very long first segment, replaying the entire match with Cain Velasquez, replaying the post-match Mysterio beatdown, and then Brock quits SmackDown and is going to Raw on Monday. Ding, 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 gloom. Eliminate. And that is definitely one way to boost up your Raw ratings for Monday. But what I have to wonder is, did they run any of that by the Fox TV executives who perhaps were excited to have Brock Lesnar as their champion on the Fox show? And hey, actually, he's back on USA now. Like, that part of it with this whole brand split is like, yeah, but wait, you're already having things change around here, and you're already having Brock go to the other network on the other show. And I'm sure WWE is fine with that, but is Fox okay with that? That's kind of the question for that thing. So that's weird, but hey, it is what it is. And yes, that means that Bray is champ on SmackDown, and Brock is champ on Raw, and that to me says, oh no, we're going to have Brock versus Seth again. Because who else besides like Braun, and you certainly de-emphasized Braun quite a bit on Raw, is going to be worthy of fighting Brock after Brock is done with Rey Mysterio. Like, obviously, that's the next feud for Brock, is Brock and Rey, which, fine, sure, do that. But yeah, after Rey, man, like, then it's like, alright, you're just gonna have Brock as champ on Raw, unless Rey beats him, which is possible, with, say, some Kane interference, or some Dominic interference. Could have Rey winning that match, certainly, as the ultimate underdog, etc., etc. Fine. But yes, that definitely gets you tuned into Raw. Now, your SmackDown announce team was Tom Phillips, who was like, guess who came crawling back when you had to have a lead announcer on SmackDown? That's right, Tom Phillips is here. It was real funny. You also had, very briefly, Aiden English, because the plane had not landed yet for McAfee, who was there later on, and Renee Young. So, honestly, most of that night with Phillips, Renee, and McAfee was a pretty good announce team. Like, no issues there. They sounded pretty good most of that night. So, kudos on doing that last minute. Having not worked as a team before, they came off pretty freaking well on that team. So, awesome. Thumbs up. Great stuff. With all of the NXT talent appearing on SmackDown on this show, you have to wonder how USA feels about that. All this NXT talent, all this USA NXT talent appearing on this show. And it's like, wait, they're all USA now. It's not like if NXT was still on the network. They're literally all on a USA show now, and they're appearing on a Fox show for ratings, or, you know, because we had to. Anyhow, locks down here on Sonya. Boom! Put your hair up and square up. Do it, do it, do it, do it now. And take the L on the outside. Now, this is Fatal 4-Way. This is elimination. But I have to wonder, is this no DQ? Logically, it should be. But I don't trust it to actually be no DQ. I'm not going to run the risk of getting DQ'd for no reason. And Sonya, first out. Sorry. Where's Mandy to help you out? Nowhere. Fire and Desire. Anyhow, Bayley defended against Nikki on that show and won and retained. And here comes Shayna Baszler with the first shot on that show. And cool. Like, that stuff was hype. The crowd was hyped for it. Good times. You had Matt Riddle, Bro, and Keith Lee beat up on Sami Zayn. Sure, fine. Honestly, this SmackDown was way more promos and, like, other kinds of segments than actual wrestling matches. Because, of course, you only had so much to work with, and they ended up being a little bit late because of being flown out last freaking minute. So that was, you know, you do what you can with what you have on that kind of show. Miz TV had Ciampa come out because Bray Wyatt wasn't there, didn't make it. And you had Miz versus Ciampa, and Ciampa wins. Mandy and Sonya, Fire and Desire, were supposed to fight Dana Brooke and somebody. I can't recall who else. They got beat up backstage by Bianca Belair. And here comes Rhea Ripley and Tegan Nox. And given the history of Rhea and Tegan, I don't want to see them on a tag team. What are you doing? Like, that to me was weird, but hey. I never like the whole thing where it's like, alright, yeah, we're enemies on our brand, but it's for brand supremacy. Therefore, we're not enemies. Therefore, we're fighting together. And I'm like, yeah, but come on. Just like, I never like how all heels are friends and all faces are friends. That stuff to me is always super, super lame. But it was what it was, right? You do what you do. Uranagi onto Ember Moon. Yeah, boy. And your main event of the evening, the Dream Match. We had Adam Cole defending his NXT Championship against Daniel Bryan. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. So, good times where have I all. Adam Cole obviously retains that title, and then NXT stands tall in the ring at the end of the night. Just like Leona here, standing tall in the ring at the end of the night. That's right. Heading towards Money in the Bank trap and stop me. Didn't even need Attack Slug to help out and interfere on my behalf. You banned Joe from the building. You didn't ban Brock Lesnar from the building. All I'm trying to say. But in any event, here we go with what? I'm guessing the 6-tag match first? Yep. Alright, sure. Who are my tag team partners? I'm going to guess one of them is Bianca because there's a Bianca sign in the building. And yes, they fixed the hair. It's definitely way better than it was before the patch, so kudos for that. I'm not going to say they didn't fix anything, but man, they still have a lot to fix in this game. Good God Almighty. And their opponents. We have the Submission Magician, Shayna Baszler, on one side. I know one of these three is going to be Zelina because of that whole flashback thing. Like, the first thing we saw was myself and Zelina on the ladder. So, and of course, woo! The Queen, Charlotte Flair. Yep, Zelina Vega. I knew it. Do I have to win this match? Is the question. Because right now, there's no thing on the match saying, hey, win, or hey, do an objective, or whatever. Like, it's kind of a pointless 6-person tag team matchup. So, you know, a fun showcase for the audience of who's going to be in that match, which is fine. But at the same time, if you don't give me objectives, or have cutscenes, or say, hey, win or lose, it's just another match to have in the game. Now, on SmackDown, I did like how they always briefly tease Shawn Michaels for a match, and then go, nope, that's not happening. That, as an ongoing joke, was really funny. But extra funny because Daniel Bryan trained at Shawn Michaels' school when he was training to be a wrestler. So, good times, man. Good times. Now, I feel like in this game, they reverse way less when there's nothing on the line. When it's not a storyline match, when it's just a match after match. I haven't gotten a single reversal yet from Shayna, which is crazy. Because usually, it's constant reversals. And I'm getting nothing right now. So, getting a little spicy here on the show today with Baszler. Oh, there it is. Finally, I went for a strong grapple. I spoke too soon. The big scoop slam from Baszler. Not cool. I can't do anything because major reversals, which are way more prevalent this year than any other year in this game, and I don't know why.
20 minutes later.
Shayna Baszler. Pinfall. Zelina's been, not doing it, so. Yeah. Take out Shayna, leave Zelina there, and it's fine, but, is that enough? Charlotte, take the L. One, two. There we go. That was long and grueling and unnecessary, but I still won the match. Here we go, defending my title, wearing my t-shirt, finally. Available now. Check under the video box. It's there. You can buy one. They exist. But still can't put my face on my guy. Still can't change the color of my face paint to be what it's supposed to be, because it always resets in the game for reasons. And now Braun is here. Braun is mad. I'm gonna get these hands. So, that should be fun. We'll see. Last match of the day. We'll see how it goes.
And introducing the champion from Kansas City.
Wait, what?
Weighing in at 241 pounds. He is the WWE Universal Champion, Slugger.
I set my thing to say that I'm from New Jersey, and it said I'm from Kansas City. This game, man, come on. That's basic programming. It should know where I'm from New Jersey. Like, what the hell? Anyhow, get Braun Strowman to yellow health. We'll see about that. He's still Braun Strowman. At least we're even on reversals. Super kick party, baby. Will I hit Braun with the slug ship pain? That we'll see. We'll see. But starting out with that super kick party, baby. Hey, Braun, hit that corner. Oh, ref bump early on. Ref bump early on. Braun, the power of the slug, buckle bomb to Braun Strowman. The impossible dream. The impossible dream. 5-star slug. Elbow. What? Alright, Braun needs to be yellow. I am afraid to hit him with a grapple because, you know, weight detection and all that other good crap. But I'll take a side Russian slug sweep. Boom. There we go. Now what? Running strike against Braun Strowman. I can do that. Woo! To the knees. And there's... yeah.
And Strowman hits the running power slam. That might be
Braun!
Wait, that's Samoa Joe.
Since I was banned from the building tonight, I had some rare free time on my hands. So I thought, what should I do? Well, you might not know this about me, but I'm a huge fan of men's slow-pitch softball. And I actually remembered, Braun, that your old man was one of the greatest softball players of all time.
He's not in the building, Braun.
He hit so many home runs in his day that they called him the Crusher. So I decided to come to your hometown and see the Crusher in action. And he did not disappoint. But now, the game's almost over. I can't wait to meet your dad in the parking lot. I mean, since I got to see what he's capable of with a bat, I figured it's only fair that I show him what I can do.
With a bat. Braun, you're gonna get...
Strowman has seen it up. He's going to try to hunt down Samoa Joe. And he's
really?
also going to get counted out. It's all over. Trey wins.
Lame.
You gotta be kidding me. Trey has to be the luckiest guy on the planet because yet again he manages to escape with the Universal Championship.
Like, look, from a logistical perspective, right? It's one thing when you had Brock in the building beating up Dominic, right? He's in the building. Clearly, Joe was not in the building. Braun could have taken the additional 5 seconds to pin me, win the belt, and then go get Joe. Like, wrestling, man. I get it, but I don't get it.
Well, you lucked out again.
Hey, it's not my fault Samoa Joe's such a big fan of softball.
Assuming Braun Strowman doesn't end up in jail for whatever he does to Joe, you're going to face Braun again at Money in the Bank. Well, actually, before Money in the Bank.
You're putting the Universal Championship match on the kickoff show?
Not exactly. The only way I can guarantee Samoa Joe won't be involved again is if your match takes place before the show when the doors are locked and no one else is in the building. It's going to be an empty arena match.
Hey, at least this won't be my first empty arena match since I had one before against Jerry Lawler.
When was that?
Didn't happen.
Oh, it was in a dream I had, but still, good practice. Speaking of dreaming, I'm gonna go rest up for my big match. Later, Vipes. I mean, Mr. Raw General Manager Randy Orton.
Just give him an RKO. Just give him an RKO. That's all you gotta do. Seriously. He deserves one at this point. I deserve one at this point. But also, you could put Joe in a shark cage. Like, that's the thing you could do. Because shark cages, but you know, is what it is. Rhonda says, glad I qualified for Money in the Bank, but come Sunday, she'll get that briefcase. Joe says, you're welcome. Again. And that's it for today. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos on this channel. Tune in for those. See you next time. And I'm out.